As of November 15, 2025, the weather maps are lighting up with something extraordinary. Across the country, meteorologists are watching their screens with a mix of excitement and concern, as the data pouring in points to a truly rare event unfolding in real time. We're on the verge of a winter pattern not seen in over 50 years. The signs are everywhere. Early snowfalls, biting winds, and a sense of anticipation in the air. For many, it's a reminder of winters from decades past, winters that tested communities and left a mark on history. The main culprit? A rare sudden stratospheric warming event high above the North Pole. This isn't your average weather system, it's a dramatic shift in the upper atmosphere that can send shockwaves through the entire northern hemisphere. This phenomenon is disrupting the polar vortex, the powerful band of winds that usually keeps Arctic air locked up tight. When the vortex is stable, it acts like a barrier, but now, that barrier is breaking down. This November, the stratosphere has warmed dramatically, causing the polar vortex to weaken and even reverse. The result? The gates to the Arctic are opening and frigid air is poised to spill southward in waves. The last time this happened in November was 1968, a winter infamous for brutal cold and record snow. That year, cities were buried, schools closed for weeks, and memories were made that still echo today. Meteorologists are on high alert. This signals a volatile, unpredictable winter ahead. Forecasting models are struggling to keep up, and experts are warning that the usual rules may not apply this season. Instead of stable patterns, we're looking at a season of extremes. One week could bring a thaw, the next a blizzard. The atmosphere is primed for rapid, dramatic swings. The weakened polar vortex means Arctic air can plunge south, while warm air surges north, setting up a battleground over the U.S. This clash of temperatures is a recipe for powerful, fast-changing weather. Expect powerful storms, severe thunderstorms, flooding, blizzards, and ice. Communities will need to be ready for anything, as conditions could change with little warning. This isn't just a cold snap, it's a fundamental shift in the entire winter pattern. The atmosphere is entering uncharted territory, and everyone will feel the impact. The stage is set for a season that could rewrite the record books. From snowfall totals to temperature swings, this winter may be one for the ages. Get ready. This is the kind of winter that keeps everyone on their toes. Whether you're a weather enthusiast or just hoping to stay warm, the months ahead promise to be unforgettable. Let's break down what the polar vortex means for you and your community. This isn't just a scientific term you hear on the news, it's a real phenomenon that can have a direct impact on your daily life, your plans, and even your safety. Understanding what's happening in the atmosphere can help you make better decisions as the season unfolds. Normally, the polar vortex acts like a barrier, keeping the coldest Arctic air locked far to the north, but now, it's destabilized. Imagine a spinning top that's been knocked off balance, wobbling and threatening to spill its contents. As the vortex splits apart, it sends lobes of frigid air plunging deep into the United States, reaching areas that don't usually see such extreme cold. This means millions of people could experience temperatures far below normal. These fingers of Arctic air will trigger sudden dramatic temperature drops and fuel major winter storms. Cities that are usually mild could see snow and ice, while places used to winter weather may face even harsher conditions. And this isn't a one-time event. The cold will surge and retreat, creating a recurring pattern all season long. You might see a brief warm-up, only to be hit by another blast of Arctic air days later. The jet stream, which guides our weather, will become wildly wavy and unpredictable. It will pull frigid Arctic air southward, and at the same time, allow warm, moist Gulf air to surge north, setting the stage for volatile weather. Where these contrasting air masses collide, expect explosive storms, nor'easters along the east coast, blizzards in the Midwest, and even the risk of severe weather like tornadoes in the south. The variety and intensity of storms could be unlike anything we've seen in recent years. The breakdown of the polar vortex loads the dice for a stormy, unpredictable winter. From heavy snow to ice storms and even flooding, the weather could change rapidly, sometimes with little warning. Don't think of this as a single cold snap, it's the engine for a long, turbulent season. Some areas will face relentless blizzards, others could see dangerous flooding or even tornadoes spawned by the clash of warm and cold air. The risks are widespread and varied. This instability is why we're urging everyone to stay alert and prepared. Stock up on essentials. Keep emergency kits handy, and make sure you have a way to receive weather alerts, even if the power goes out. The pieces are in place for a truly memorable winter. one that could bring both beauty and danger. Communities will need to work together, and staying informed will be your best defense. Stay tuned to your local forecasts and weather updates. This season will be one for the books, and being prepared could make all the difference. The impacts are already here. The West Coast is being hammered by an atmospheric river, bringing flooding from Santa Barbara to Long Beach and soon eastward to Las Vegas. Meanwhile, the Great Lakes and Northeast are getting their first taste of winter. Chilly temps, brisk winds, and even freezing rain. This split, flooding in the west, cold in the east, is classic for a polar vortex disruption. In the central US, it's unusually warm, creating a sharp temperature contrast across the nation. This contrast is the fuel for the next round of storms as we head into late November. California and Nevada face dangerous flooding, while the Northeast braces for winter's first punch. The central states enjoy warmth, for now. All these events are connected, part of the larger story of a polar vortex in turmoil. The stage is set for an even bigger storm system next week. As we approach November 17th, the weather focus shifts. The storm drenching California will sweep east, tapping into warm, moist air over the plains. This setup is primed for a major severe weather outbreak in the south and south-central U.S., especially from November 19th to 21st. Expect large hail, damaging winds, and the risk of tornadoes in Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Louisiana, and Mississippi. Residents should review severe weather safety plans now. While the west floods and the north chills, the south faces a different danger. This clash of air masses will help drag Arctic air deeper into the country. It's the opening act for the true winter pattern that will lock in by Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving week marks a dramatic shift. The jet stream will plunge south, opening the floodgates for Arctic air. This isn't a brief chill, it's the start of a sustained cold pattern likely to last through year's end. Storms from this point forward will be more likely to bring snow than rain. The first major widespread snowstorms are expected around Thanksgiving, impacting holiday travel. Regions like the Great Lakes, Midwest, and Northeast should prepare for significant snow and possible blizzards. Looking ahead, this cold, snowy pattern will only intensify, with multiple powerful storms possible. The transformation at Thanksgiving is just the beginning of a long, challenging winter. To truly understand what might be ahead, let's take a moment to revisit the remarkable winter of 1968. The last time we witnessed a November stratospheric warming event of this magnitude. Meteorologists back then were both fascinated and alarmed by the unusual atmospheric patterns taking shape. That winter was nothing short of relentless, record-shattering cold, monumental snowfalls, and a series of storms that struck even the most unlikely places. Milwaukee found itself buried under feet of snow, while Oklahoma, a state unaccustomed to such extremes, was paralyzed by blizzards that halted daily life. In West Virginia, the snow piled up to record levels, transforming rural communities into isolated pockets surrounded by drifts. The cold didn't just arrive and leave, it lingered for weeks on end. Storm after storm rolled through, giving people barely any time to recover before the next wave hit. The culprit was a disrupted polar vortex, which kept reloading the atmosphere and setting the stage for even more winter mayhem. Each new blast of Arctic air seemed colder than the last. Transportation systems ground to a halt. Highways became impassable. Buses and cars were abandoned, and entire communities were tested as they struggled to dig out and stay warm. The parallels between that historic winter and today's atmospheric setup are striking. The same ingredients are coming together once again. While history never repeats itself exactly, the lesson from 1968 is clear. The potential for record-breaking snow and persistent bone-chilling cold is very real. That's why it's so important to prepare now. Stock up on supplies, check your heating systems, and make sure you're ready for a winter that could be truly exceptional in its severity. The winter of 1968 stands as a powerful reminder of what's possible when the atmosphere lines up just right. It's a chapter in weather history that still echoes today. The warning signs are there. This could be a winter we talk about for decades to come, a season that leaves a lasting mark on our memories and our communities. Forecasters are taking these signals seriously, and so should you. Stay informed, stay prepared, and don't underestimate what's possible. The past is our best guide to the high-end potential of this pattern. Let's learn from 1968 and be ready for whatever this winter may bring. So, who's in for the most snow? The northern U.S., from the Pacific Northwest to the Northeast, could see a foot or more from late December storms. The West Coast will shift from rain to heavy mountain snow, with the Sierra Nevada and Rockies possibly getting 2 to 3 feet or more. This is great for ski resorts but hazardous for travel and avalanche risk. The Midwest and Great Lakes are primed for major lake effect events and widespread heavy snow. Cities like Chicago, Detroit, and Cleveland should brace for a snowy, cold end to the year. The Northeast is set up for powerful nor'easters and potential blizzards. After Thanksgiving, expect high-impact storms with 1 to 2 feet of snow per event. This winter will be defined by wild temperature swings. For now, the central and eastern U.S. are warmer than average, fueling severe weather in the south. The West Coast and Northeast are already cooling down, but by Thanksgiving, the jet stream will buckle, unleashing Arctic air across the central and eastern U.S. Expect a prolonged deep freeze, not just a quick cold snap. The coldest air will focus on the Midwest, Great Lakes, and Northeast, but even the South will feel the chill. The West will see a mix, cold and snowy mountains, but milder lowlands. This great temperature divide will define the nation's weather as we close out the year. What does all this mean for you? It's time to prepare. Build a winter emergency kit for home and car. Blankets, food, water, flashlights, and a weather radio. On the West Coast, be alert for flooding now and heavy mountain snow soon. In the South, review tornado safety plans as severe storms approach. Midwest and Northeast, prepare for heavy snow, extreme cold, and possible blizzards. Make sure your home is insulated and your heating system works. Stay informed. This pattern will change rapidly. Get weather alerts on your phone or radio, and follow local officials' advice. Avoid travel during major storms. It keeps you and emergency responders safe. Check on neighbors, especially the elderly or those needing extra help. This winter could be historic, but preparation makes all the difference. The breakdown of the Polar Vortex and the echoes of 1968 point to a challenging season. Stay warm, stay safe, and we'll get through it together.